Grace and peace, and welcome to WWW Wednesday Word of the Week. I'm your host, Minister Deon Patton, and today's topic is Don't Lose Your Purpose. There's a home that will remain nameless that had a large old school 50-inch TV in their basement up until about a year ago. Now, the old school 50-inch TV is nothing compared to the 50-inch TV that we have now. Today, you can reasonably ask someone, hey, bro, can you bring that 50-inch TV over here? And we can just pick it up, put it wherever you want it to be. This particular TV was, can y'all bring that TV over here? The TV had to be at least 300 pounds, and of course I was there the day that it was time to finally throw this TV out. But for the last several years that the TV was in the home, it actually had become a TV stand. It was no longer in function. It was no longer a TV that could be used. No one wants to see the picture that, is so far from HD. It's just ridiculous. We can't watch that anymore. Our eyes have been trained to want to see the most high definition picture possible. So this TV, because it was so heavy, it was used as a TV stand. It lost its original purpose. And it was really good for nothing but the trash as soon as we can get enough men in the house at one time to throw away the TV. And I want to share with you today, I don't want you to lose your purpose. I don't want you to become a TV stand when you were meant to be a TV. Romans 12:2 tells us to be not conformed to this world, but to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. And then 1 Corinthians 19:9 tells us to become all things for all men for the purpose of winning a soul to Christ. Now, these two scriptures can seem to contradict each other. Now, am I to conform or am I to not conform? But we need to look at what's really being said here. Now, we can no longer be the gigantic, 50-inch screen. We must now be a flat screen TV. We're still projecting the same shows. We're still preaching the same gospel, but it needs to be preached in a way that this generation can receive it. We've got to learn how to be relevant but still reliable. We've got to learn how to be connected without becoming carnal. We've got to learn how to whip but still worship. We've got to know how to be on fleek but still on fire. Let me give you 3 quick points to help you in this endeavor. The first thing that you must do is keep your roots. I don't want you to go out into the world trying to become all things for all men when you haven't become like Christ. You must have solid roots in Christ, knowing who you are in Christ before you can go out and try to connect with a sinful world. Because believe me, it is much easier to pull someone down than it is to pull someone up. You must be like that tree planted by the rivers of water. If you plan to pull someone up out of the mire that they are in, you've got to keep your roots. You've got to know who you are in Christ. Know that you have a real relationship with him so that when you're bombarded with the foolishness of this world, you'll view it as just that, foolishness. And you continue to stand for Christ while winning others for him. You must keep your roots. And the next thing that you must do is keep up. Get your head out of the sand, dear ostrich. We cannot go through life not paying attention to what's happening in our communities. We need to know if there's a hunger problem. Hey, how can we connect these people with resources? Or how can I pray and have God make me be the resource to fulfill this need? Maybe there's a need for tutoring after school. Who at the church is working part-time and is available at about 2:30, 3 o'clock? School's about to start. Can we start a tutoring program? Can the church meet the needs of the community? got to keep up with what's happening in your community so that you can be relevant and not just pass out tracts and announcements and, hey, come on by the church house for this and come on by the church house for that. Ain't nobody coming to your church. Will you go meet a need so that they'll be drawn to the church because the church is now relevant? We're not just asking for your money and demanding that you come with no real reason. We're going to show you that we are relevant, we're connected, and we care. And we serve a God that's able to supply your needs. And right now, he's using us to supply whatever you need. You've got to keep up. Meet somebody's needs. And the last thing is just encouragement. I want you to keep sharing. You've got to keep your roots. You got to keep up with what's going on, and you've got to keep sharing. I want you to always be thinking of ways to share the gospel. There are so many people on their way to hell, and we're doing everything but sharing the gospel. We're afraid. There's barriers. There's political correctness. There's all kind of things that keep us from sharing the good news of who God is. But we've got to push past all of these barriers so that we can lead somebody to Christ. My brothers and my sisters, don't lose your purpose. The Great Commission tells us why we're here. We're here to go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them. You've got to go out and create disciples. This is your purpose. This is why you exist, to have a relationship with God and to encourage the people in your sphere of influence to also have a relationship with God. If you want to keep your purpose, you must keep your roots, keep up with what's going on, and keep sharing the good news. God bless you. Thank you for joining in. See you next week.